Yeah, I think we walked away from the Spirit game having a bad feeling in our stomach, and we've been saying throughout this week, remember that feeling. And I thought we played really well tonight. I thought we were really disciplined defensively, and we were creating a lot offensively. And I really think we deserved these 3 points. So I'm really happy for the team and the staff and everyone involved.
And if anybody out there has a question, raise your hand and I'll call on you. I see lots of hands, so I'll ask this and then I'll turn it over to you guys. Actually, there's so many hands, I'll just hand it over to you guys. I think Joe was first. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, Ella, you've made it through what we've dubbed Murderer's Row, 6 games in a row against top four teams, including the last three in a row on the road, with 8 points, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. So the last 9 games of the season are going to be against teams below you on the table or within 1 point of you on the table. What does the last few games and making it through this tough stretch mean to the team as far as confidence level to close out the season?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think we knew going into these couple of weeks that they were going to be tough, but I think that we look at each team equally and, we reflect on ourselves after every game. And I think everyone is just in such a good mood right now, and we're going to carry this momentum. I know everyone can't wait to go home because we've been on the road for 3 weeks. I personally can't wait to be back in Louisville, and hopefully, we get a lot of fans and, we give them a good go against Houston.
Michael, I think you were next with your hand if Joe is done. Go ahead, Michael.
Um, you on the left and Emma on the right really caused the Wave problems with your width in attack. Was that something that you worked on in practice this week, or is that something just kind of that happened naturally throughout the match?
Yeah, I think these past couple of weeks, me and Emma and Bab have been talking about our connection and the early ball. So I think it's something that we've been working on. I said the past couple of weeks, I kind of apologized to her. I was like, you should probably have a couple of goals, and that's on me. So to have that one connect tonight to her meant a lot. And she's, one of the best finishers in the league. So I knew once the ball hit her foot, it was going in the back of the net.
One last one for me. So a couple things happened tonight. I think racing's on everybody's radar now. I think they probably were before, but before tonight, they are now. Going along with that, after your performance, you're on everybody's radar now for kind of a player of the match performance, in my opinion. How do you kind of keep pressing forward and kind of how you get set? How do you kind of assess how you've been performing so far in your rookie season?
Yeah, my rookie season's been a whirlwind for sure. It's been a roller coaster. There's been a lot of ups and also a lot of downs, and I'm just really grateful, honestly, to the staff for allowing me to express myself authentically in the wide spaces and just run at players. I think they've given me the freedom to do that, and just the team has been amazing. So honestly, I don't want to take a lot of credit for that. That's probably the people around me that are bringing out the best in me. So yeah, I'm just trying to have fun out there.
Go ahead, Sarandon.
Just what was going through your mind in those last couple of minutes when Wave was pressuring, had the corner kick, and that's something that you guys have kind of had a few issues over the last couple of games. I'm just curious what was going through your mind.
Yeah, I think my mentality was like, excuse my language, but like we're not losing this fucking game. Like this has happened two times to us in the past 2 weeks, and I think everyone around me had that mentality. I think the mentality was just stay compact. We know they like to be on the ball. We know they like to dribble. So if we take away the inside spaces, they have to go around us and force, a long cross with pretty quick pressure on them. So I think that was the mentality, just force them out, keep them out as much as possible, and stay calm, cool, and collected.
Go ahead, Rui. Hey, Rui.
Hi. First question I have is just about how that possession that turned to the goal for Emma came. Like thinking about it just from your perspective on the pitch, like how did you see even just that ball, the opportunity to win that ball and then get it over to Emma come together?
Yeah, I actually lost the ball. So I at the beginning of the play. So I remember thinking like I have to give the ball back. So I like toe poked it to Sarah. And then she played me. And then I've actually been working on this wide cross, this very specific cross in practice. And I saw Emma pretty wide open at the back post. So I was on my left foot. So just hit it to her, and then she did the rest.
And
Rui, if you
then,
want to, yeah, keep the floor. Go ahead, Rui.
yeah, just one more here. Just looking at like even some of the numbers, the possession gap being, more than 70-30, the corners being 11 zip. Like, what does it mean, do you think, to this team to have so many of those numbers like go against you, but still be able to clear the ball so many times, to be able to play such tough defense, and to be able to pull a win out of that?
Yeah, I mean that's soccer, right? Like you could be possessing the ball 80% versus 20% and you'll still lose the game because you can't um, complete that final pass or that final finish. And I give us a lot of credit with we were so disciplined defensively. I think we're not a very fun team to play. I think we have this kind of blue collar, gritty mentality about us, but we also like to create when we got the opportunity to. So yeah, I think we were just super disciplined defensively tonight. We knew they're good dribblers. We knew they like to kind of play through us, so we tried to prevent that as much as possible and force them around us.
Joe's back for seconds. Go ahead, Joe.
Joe is back for seconds. I've got two questions for you, Ella. First, the last time you played San Diego, obviously at home, early in the season, for lack of a better term, an embarrassing 4-1 loss. But since then, the team's turned it around. Do you feel like you got a sense of retribution tonight?
Short answer, yes. For sure. It was a nice feeling for sure. Everyone remembered that feeling at the beginning of the season as well.
Good. Second, last question from me is you've been starting the last few games since the July break, and one thing I've noticed is that you're very, very pacey. So knowing that she's going to come in next, I'm going to ask her the same thing. Who's faster, you or Emma?
Probably Emma. I'm gonna give it to Emma. She's very fast. She's very fast. So I would probably say her.
Anybody else with questions for Ella before we let her go?